Hey everybody, Glenn from Thrive After 50. Just sitting out here in the woods enjoying myself. Brought a Wayne Dyer book out just to read a few excerpts out of and just get away and be by myself here. But anyway, just wanted to chat a little bit. I've belonged to a men's group, oh man, since 2001, and it's really been a great thing. I mean, I've met a lot of great fellows, and it's a very structured um, ordeal, where we meet once every 2 weeks here, but it's been really great. But anyway, we had our group yesterday, and almost been 9 people in there or so. And one thing that came up consistently among the men was basically how unhappy they are. And a lot of these fellows are older, some are younger. They're all ages, from 70s down to the late teens that are in this group there. So it's really interesting to hear from different perspectives from different men with where they're at in their age in life, all that. But one thing I have found, and you may be able to relate to too, is that a lot of us, 50s, 60s, 70s, are still pretty damn unhappy. We feel like, and it's just like there's something missing. There's still something missing in our lives here, and it's kind of hard to put a finger on what it is. I mean, you might have the money, you might have the power, you might have lived a very successful life in terms of what we've been taught to be successful, what that is. And yet there may still feel like there's something missing. I know I experienced that when I had my restaurant and seemed to have the whole world on a string here, and kind of went, self-sabotaged myself kind of willingly, probably consciously and unconsciously. But anyway, a lot of people just seem to be very unhappy, and it just brought to mind something I had talked about a few videos ago about the priorities we were brought up with, what we were taught. And I question at times, or I'm beginning to question more and more as I've gotten older, as to, was this indeed, the truth, the right way to go, the right way to be taught? I mean, our parents were teaching us what their parents taught, and so on and so forth on down the line here. And society as a whole teaches us many things, but one of the biggest ones I'm referring to is the do, have, and then be kind of framework that we were brought up. We were, at least I was brought up to, you get out there, get your college education, get ready to compete, get out there in the business world, do in order that you can have, whether it be a spouse, a home, a car, nice things, so on and so forth. All those things are supposed to make us happy, and then you find out after all that you become that person, and sometimes that person you've become isn't really who you wanted to be. Did it align with your dreams that you had when you were younger? Does it align with your dreams now? Does it align with your dreams of who you might be in the future? And I think that's a really in-depth personal question there that whose answers may be different for everyone, but I do believe that a lot of us suffer from that. A much more common sense way and life fulfilling way to handle that is to be, do, and have, to start stepping into those shoes of who you want to be. And sometimes that's difficult when you're younger, I know. Life is just, especially if you have children or other obligations, or so financial obligations. And you can get a job. A job is just fine, but a job should be something that you do en route, or as you're working towards who you want to be. And I wish I would have known that when I was younger. But so if you can start stepping in those shoes, no matter how big of steps, you'll eventually, and that's the doing process. The haves will come. The haves will come after that. And I am determined to prove that to you here as I continue on my journey here to thrive and grow and change and become more. And, stay tuned, because I'm definitely going to make this happen here and live my dream. The travel, the photography, and making a living from the internet here. So anyway, just a few words of wisdom there. I'm going to sit back down here with this little Wayne Dyer here, listen to the birds a bit, and just kind of mellow out before heading back. But just some food for thought. Glenn from Thrive After 50 out.